Good morning to all of you. Online students, am I audible?
Good morning, sir.
Audible? Yeah, you are audible. Nice.
Yes, sir.
Good. Today it's clear, right? Good Sunday morning, I suppose. So what is the plan for today? 14 plus 10, 24 out of 100. Do we wait or we start? Or you guys want to ask some questions? You have a lot of confusions every time, right? You ask me. Come on, online students. What's the plan for today? Now I'm not audible, right? Previously I was audible.
Just attend the classes, sir, and after that, just go with your friends to enjoy the evening.
We'll start the class.
After
Yes,
class
sir.
only, sir.
Okay. My plan is that I want you guys to present this assignment 2 presentation after some time. I need to get a feel of it, right? So you will say that half the students are here and half the students are B. Don't worry about B section. Okay. So that based on your presentation only, I'll be able to give you marks. Not a full.
So your voice is not audible.
Oh, am I audible?
Yes, now it is. Thank
See
you so
that
much.
I want you guys to make a presentation of second assignment. I'll start with Southwest Airlines. I will make my own presentation. Then after some time, I want all of you guys to complete the second assignment presentation. So that let me get a feel of what you did. Then accordingly, I give you the marks. And most probably your first assignment mark will all be based on your second assignment presentation. Done? Is it okay? Am I clear? Hello, online students, am I clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, okay. So let's do something. Let's wait for another few minutes. Maybe in another 5 minutes time we'll start. Acha, in between all of you, have you gone through the case study Southwest Airlines? Have you studied? Get a feel of it? Not even studied. Once you studied, that's more than enough. Online students, how many of you have gone through Southwest Airlines case study? Did you study? Or you want to just go through for 10 minutes? I know you'll like to go through, but you'll not be able to complete it in 10 minutes, right? All of you have at least have a copy in front of you. Because when I'm going to discuss about the case study, I'm going to tell you this page number, this page number. Online students, please keep the Southwest Airlines case study handy with you. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Because when I'm going to discuss, I'm going to tell you this page number, this page number. One, I will tell you what is the learning from Southwest Airlines. Two, you will also learn how do you normally make a presentation out of a case study. Especially if you see the second one, Portman Hotel, I made it in only 3 slides. I told you to study 2 case studies, right? Right. The Portman Hotel seems to be so big case, right? 30 page or 25 page. I could not have material for more than 3 slides. So that may be difficult to do, but that's how the learning has to take place. Now, Southwest Airlines online student, how many of you have gone through it? Little bit. Have you read once or no? Hello? Have you studied or no? Accordingly, I'll deal. Yeah, don't worry. Even if you are not studied also, I'm prepared. If you
Yes,
studied,
sir. We have not. I don't think we have gone.
No, sir.
I don't think you have studied. Okay. Okay, then we'll start. We'll start. Okay, it's a time already up. See, Southwest Airline is one airline in US. Okay. Even today, this airline is running. In US, there has been many airlines like Southwest Airlines, Delta, US Atlantic, and many more airlines. And all the airlines filed for bankruptcy 2-3 times so far. And the government has to come forward to take care of those airlines. Not only in India, this happened in US most of the time. All the airlines, they've gone through bankruptcy. Southwest Airlines is the only airline which has never gone through bankruptcy. Number one. Number two, on the other contrary, they got all sorts of Triple Crown award all the continuously many years. Okay. Most of the airlines, they've gone through the failures, bankruptcy, Government has to come and take care of. This airline has never gone through that bankruptcy and also got the Triple Crown and all sorts of awards. Okay. Now, this is the background of Southwest Airlines. Number two, what is Southwest Airlines? They have a separate business strategy. The business strategy is we'll have same aircraft, 747. It's the only aircraft we'll have. So we will not have different kinds of aircraft. Number one, I'm talking about business strategy. Second thing, we will operate only short route. Short route means between Bangalore to Hyderabad, Bangalore to Pune, Bangalore to Chennai. Short route. We will not go long route. We will not go international route. Our business strategy is short route only. Our business strategy is only same kind of aircraft, 747. I will not have a luxurious bigger aircraft or small aircraft. Okay, two. Third, that thing is that is why we people are trying to compare the air tech and all those kind of people. They failed it, but they could not, copy properly. The third, they said no frill. No frill means we will not keep air hostesses. We will not give you so much of your luxury of heating, and all those kind of things because it's a short route. You are supposed to come prepared from home. 1 hour, 45 minutes. From here to Hyderabad is how much? 1 hour it takes, right? Maybe Pune also 1.5 hours. So 1.5 hours, there's no need for a tea and somebody coming serving tea and all those things because it will get ordered to your own money only. Only in the front of the aircraft, the water bottle and all will be kept. Whoever wants can go. And it's also presumed that people who are flying 1 hour are likely to go and come back, or they may not carry more luggage. So this is the business strategy of a Southwest Airlines. I mean, what you have not studied, I'm briefing you. Please listen at least. If you have not studied, okay, no problem. But I studied on your behalf, so listen properly. So business strategy of the Southwest Airlines is short route only, same aircraft only, no frills in the aircraft. Like, we will not give you this biscuit, nice air hostess coming and nothing will like. You have to carry your luggage and come back. So this is the background. Why they are doing that one? They want to reduce the cost of operation. The moment you appoint to many air hostesses, the moment you start giving all the food and things like that, everything will get ordered into your fare only. So it will become not competitive. That is the story of the Southwest Airlines. Now, what is that focus? The focus is that I will try to cut the competition with the passengers who are going from Bangalore to Hyderabad by a luxurious bus or AC train. Those people will be able to pay the same kind of money. Suppose you are going from Bangalore to Hyderabad, you are paying for say 2,000 rupees to AC or 1,200 rupees, 1,500 they are trying to cost for a bus. I will be able to give them 2,000 or 2,500 rupees worth of ticket. That is the target. It's like if you remember last time I told you, it's a cost-effective target. It is not a luxurious kind of segment. I will try to take the customer, those who are going by bus or AC should come forward to fly in my aircraft at a cheaper cost. I mean, an affordable cost. Say, for example, take the example, 2,500 rupees. They are paying for 2,000 rupees. Probably they will not mind paying 2,500 rupees, right? If you have to go by that one. So that is the kind of cost kind of this thing. One, what I'm going to deliver to the customer, I told you about what is Southwest Airlines background. I told you about the business strategy. Now, what is their delivery promise? The delivery promise is that I will give an affordable price so that customer need not go by bus and train. That is the one delivery business strategy. The second delivery is I will be in time. Okay, so I will be in time. And third delivery is customer services, not through this kind of frills, like, giving serving tea and all. Even the pilot, if somebody is coming with a luggage, even the pilot has to carry that kind of luggages. Normally people are not expected, but customer service is given in that extent. Whatever few stop they got it, they will be more towards customer service. So customer service primarily for them is affordable price. Second is time. Third is wherever needed, everybody in the aircraft, maybe a pilot or anybody has to take care of the customer by taking them. This is the business strategy and deliverable of Southwest Airlines. Is it clear to all of you guys? So they wanted to be very clear. My focus is this. My strategy is this. I'm concentrating this thing. I don't want to do many things which other people are. But I will definitely deliver you affordable price. I will definitely give you my aircraft reaches in time. Third, whatever little bit customer service needed for a short term, all of my people, those limited people have been trained. Even a pilot has to carry somebody's luggage to that. Is it clear so far? Is it clear to all of you guys? Online student? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear or not clear?
Yeah, very clear.
The story is very clear. Now, how could they do that? What is the target? The target is they have to only give 2,500. The target is they have to reach the aircraft in time. Now, how will they do it? Mechanically, they've done one part of it, keeping the same aircraft so that they don't need to buy many kind of spare parts, and inventory goes up. Your cost everywhere they have to capture the cost. Let's take about only one point of it. What is the one point of it? That affordable price to be given to the customer. Now, how do you capture it? There are two ways. One way is general management. General management is, for example, if they had different aircraft, different spare parts and inventory, the cost goes up. That cost will finally affect the customer, or the company will become sick and get closed. So they're taken care of that one very, very clearly. I will have only one aircraft, so I will have a limited kind of this thing. So now what is remaining? All operational cost. Operational cost means how many times you can fly between Hyderabad to Bangalore. Let's take only this example. Hyderabad to Bangalore, all of you are aware. How many times single aircraft can fly between Hyderabad to Bangalore? Suppose the competitor's aircraft flies only 3 times, goes and comes back. Can I make it 5 trips? How can I make 5 trips? If my employees are very satisfied, since it's a short route, then the quickly before they come, the aircraft is ready. And nowadays, I've seen many aircraft people, they started before landing only, they start collecting the trash and things like that. So if my people are totally engaged, if my employees are totally happy, they will make sure my rotation landing in Hyderabad and immediately getting prepared and immediately getting airborne, coming, going, and here that becomes more. So through the right kind of people, their motivation level is high. And then I'll tell you how they kept the motivation level high. Okay. Now, so far you handle, they wanted to do, my trips will become 5, hypothetically, I'm saying. I'm not saying. The other competitor could do 3, my people will make it 5. If I make it 5, the cost of operation comes down, right? This is not only HR, it's a general management purpose. Instead of aircraft using it for 3 times, use it 5 times, the operation cost comes down. When the operation costs come down, I can afford to pay the price. Okay, now 2, because I'm giving you less price, more customer will come. So my seat will not go empty. Aircraft will be full capacity all the time. When it carries full capacity, again, the operation cost will come. If the aircraft is, say, for example, 100 seat, you are carrying only 60, 70, or sometimes 100, or all the time 100, 100, 100, all 5 trips. The operation cost will come down. So how they are capturing the cost? One is that because of the employee, they are able to make, instead of 3, 5 trips, they make it. Because of you're giving a good price, everything is getting connected to each one, fit. Since you are giving a price less and then confirm time, you are every time your aircraft is going full. So you are capturing cost through operation, in terms of more operation, in terms of more this thing. You are after capturing the operation cost, you are passing on to the customer. Now it goes on, the turnover of all the aircraft goes high, the profitability comes out. So in nutshell, what is that? They are trying to capture the cost from mechanical side, from the operation side. By capturing the cost, they are passing on to the customer. So they are creating a value. I captured the cost, I passed on the value to the customer. Because I passed on the value, the customer comes back again and again. Because of that, my circle goes. So all the time, my mechanical cost is less, my inventory cost is less, my operation is more. Because of operation more, my overhead expenses comes down. Because of all this cost I captured, because my business strategy is cost one. I'm not keeping any frill, like unnecessary air hostesses are giving whiskey, brandy, and all those kinds of, nothing is there. People will get at the most, in the front, there's a water bottle, you won't take it. And it's presumed you don't need, for 45 minutes, 1 hour flight, you don't need all those kinds of things. So they were completely focused on a right business strategy. What is the business strategy? Cost leadership, customer focus, differentiated service. If you have to talk now, I've given you like theoretical, like a story. If you have to talk professionally, they were cost leadership, customer delight, customer focus, differentiated service. Whatever story I talk to you, I'm giving it in a professional language. That has been the focus, they have done it. Now, you can say that means whatever operation they have to go and come back soon, whatever all those things have to be done by whom? Not by the aircraft per se, right? The employees who are working in the aircraft, maybe the pilot, maybe the technician, maybe the electrician, maybe few attendant inside, they have to take the ownership of running. So this case study is more about it. How through HR, there are many ways to create a business sustainable. Now, this is the part of it. Now, let me divert a little bit. Now, how any business can do very well? You have many aircrafts, you have many brand image, you have strong finance, you have many hi-fi people. All those things, US Delta and other organizations, they got it. they landed up having more cost of operation, more overhead expenses, not focused management. They lost the track. These people, they had a very clarity. This is my route. This is my business strategy. This is what I want to do. This is what my competition is all about it. This is what it. Now, this is the business strategy, business story, and business model of Southwest Airlines. All of you are clear? If you are not read, now you go and read, it will be fun. Today evening, if you go and just go through, you don't have to concentrate. Just you can go through like that and then do it, right? So this is the story of this thing. Now, what is this? What is the objective of this course study? This case study is written. As I told you, anybody writes a case study with an objective. I have tried. You have to read the case study. You have to understand out of this case study what is the learning. There are two approaches. When I write a case study, I should have clarity before writing a story. What is the punch point I want to run through all the time? Okay. And from your point of view, what is the learning I'm going to get out of it? Now, what is the objective of this case study? This case study is basically they wanted to how HR can create and sustain core competence. What is core competency? Core competency is that, as I said, you have best of the technology. You have the best of the patent. You have a nice finance. You have very highly caliber proven leaders. No, this all could be a core competency for any business. They say all those things are good, but HR itself can be a core competency. If HR is properly designed, planned, implemented, it can be a core competency. Once it's a core competency, the word, then the other word is, like I've given you 4 or 5 words so far. What are the words I've given? Core competency and superior performance. What is superior performance? Superior performance is productivity more. Cost of operation is less. Quality is more. That is called superior performance. If I have the right kind of competitive advantage, that can get me superior performance. Now, this case study is that how HR can be a good competitive advantage. Like a technology, like a patent, like you are the first mover, you only know the business secret of it. You know, there are many ways you have a competitive advantage. Similarly, how HR can be a competitive advantage. And because of that competitive advantage, how can you get a superior performance? Superior performance in terms of production here means more trips. In terms of cost reduction means your overhead expenses coming. In terms of more customer satisfaction means you are giving affordable rate. And then what is the time? So how HR can do, this is what this case study about. Have you understood? Those who studied, have you got a feel of it? Nothing. No. Has it gone to the mind this way or not? Okay, now it's clear, right? Now I seriously recommend you guys, once you go back after the class, now go through, it will be fun for you. Because before that, you are hurriedly trying to read with a target of stress of coming to the class and making a presentation. I can know it will be a nightmare. Now, since I made it very, very simple, now I sincerely request you to go through it. Okay, this is the first. And the process you also understand. How did I make a presentation of case? Okay. I can also get lost 35 pages. In most of the cases, while they are having the objective, but they also get lost with writing many things which is not. Even this case study, if I have to write it, I'll make it write in 3 pages. What they written it in 30 pages could have been written in 3 pages. It makes sense, but they don't. So you cannot change them. You have to change only yourself. Okay. So this is the objective of the case study. Yeah. Now the objectives of the case study is to create and sustain a competitive advantage. So let's learn a little more. Now you understood the background, objective, purpose, and everything. Now what is this one? To create an employee need satisfaction. Now if you want to create a competitive advantage through employee, how will you do it? Suppose you are all Southwest Airlines. If I want you to be a competitive advantage by my company. So you are not happy. You are not happy with the salary. You are not happy with the working hours. You are not happy with the nagging. Oh yeah, please come. Nagging supervisor. You are not happy with the way the performance of appraisal is done. You are not happy with the market salary not being given. So if all these things are not given, then you cannot be a satisfied employee. So this case study says you try and take care of the employee needs, their satisfaction in a very systematic manner. If you do that, the same thing is coming in the Portman Hotel also, in a different manner. If you do that employee needs satisfaction, that will become, the employees will become not an employee. They will become a value, talent for you. If you become a committed, intrinsically committed talent, they will definitely give you superior performance compared to somebody who's coming morning 9 o'clock, going 5 o'clock, coming in the shift and doing your duty, and then get out of it. These people are intrinsically motivated. That's one. Please come in. Two, what are the commitment of employee? Committed, culture, competent employees. When you have to use some of the words, in the process, you have to also pick up some terminology. So the employees have to be committed, competent, and culture. This has to be taken through your HR processes and practices. Two. What is the third one? Yeah? HR as a competent. So now, if what you have to do, they use a concept called love and fun. There's a concept they come in the company that employees should have love and fun. When they come to work, it should not be like that. Why the hell I'm coming to work? They'll come and work. I'm owning their top. They have a lot of functions and celebrations, understanding, equality, all those things. Throughout the organization, the nerve of love and fun, equally treating the employee, respecting the employees, have been synchronized everywhere. So the concept has got totally ingrained in that organization that HR will have a love and fun concept. Now, whatever we said, this creating value for employees, it is very difficult. If it has been easy, everybody could have done. Even today, very many organizations are not doing. Surprisingly, last 10 years, people have started talking about it. Employees have to be treated, employees have to be engaged and motivated. A lot of seminar and conferences happening. Even corporate is little bit aware of it. Maybe 20 years back, they are not bothered. Even HR was not bothered. Now, at least the awareness has come. I can definitely get a differentiated service through my talent. Like what is that book? Yeah, Aikako, that book, the owner who started the car company in US from the scratch to final level. When he has to get down from the company, they said, "What do you want?" They said, "You take everything. I want only my employees. Few of the employees. If I have my employees, I'll be able to again rebuild it." The Aikako, I think the book written long back. The guy has brought the company from scratch up to the level. There was some issue, just to step down. So then they said, "What do you want to take it?" He said, "I don't want anything from you. I want to take back some of my employees so that I can rebuild any organization." And also you must have heard about, people don't leave the organization. Mostly they leave the bosses, supervisor and bosses and things like that. So it is, now it's easy for you to listen. Okay, we can create employee need, we can motivate employees, we can take care of it. It is easy said than done. It is very, very difficult. So one has to be very clear. That is why many are, one is awareness of, if it is done, it will give you competitive advantage, that awareness. People may not believe the philosophy. I don't believe it. Theory X and Y. You must have studied in OB, theory X and Y. What is X and Y? Have you studied or not? No. X says employees need to be controlled, directed, motivated, supervised, nagged. Y says every employee is competent. Everybody want to promote, contribute. Everybody will be happy in contributing, which means I have to give them the environment. I have to give them the support. I have to give them the coaching. It's a good theory. I hope OB people must have taught you. It's called theory X and Y. So even people till today, they started feeling Y is needed. Okay, it was not there. But even one is feeling it. Second thing is going about implementing. Probably that implementation is not taking place because it's very difficult. The top management has to believe, middle has to believe, and each policy has to be synchronized accordingly. Somewhere you do something and some places you don't link it, it will go. So, but once you do it, what is VRIO? That's the word I used. Value, it will become a very good value. We admit it's very, very difficult to do that. It's not easy. Selecting people, giving the right kind of compensation, give them right kind of training, give them the right working style, flexible working, rightly supervised, not nagging, going through the why part of it, externally motivating, internally motivating. All those things easy to say. But the person, the top management and the other second level leadership people, how competent they are in taking this in the spirit, in the blood, and implementing it very, very difficult. If they do it, then it becomes a real competition. One is that you come as a value to me. Why I'm taking you people from MBA, MTech, or MPharm or anybody? Because you all studied, you all got a lot of capability, you have a lot of talent, abilities, value in you. So I've taken you as a value in my organization. When you come to me, you are a value to me, right? Because of your competency, capability, assets and skill sets, everything, you are a value to me. Whatever, leave that one. That's all software program. You are a BCom, MCom, BTech, MTech, MBA. To me, when I'm taking you, you are a value after going through all this. Now, how do I make that value to multiply? That value is multiplied if I use the right kind of HR practices. If I use the right kind of HR process. If both things, the value, if I take the right value, you give the right kind of HR process and this thing, that becomes an organizational capability. You know, there are a lot of theoretical words they call it. To me, organizational capability, some are equivalent to competitive advantage. Previously, they used to call HR guys organizational capability. The value, along with the right kind of HR processes, and becomes a big organizational capability, like your production capability, branding capability, you know, technological capability. Organizational capability comes from human resources. Now they talk about talent management. Right? Even now we are good in India talking about lot of jargons. Not only you guys, even the corporate guys, but they really don't know what is the real meaning of it. They go from HR to people management, they go to talent management, or what all management. But the nutshell, they are not able to capture. So now if you do it, it becomes a good value. It becomes a very good resource. Third, it cannot be imitated by others. Each word has got value, resources, not imitable, and this one. You know, if you buy aircraft, if you buy a new software, anybody can imitate and copy it. You know, you give some schemes, bonus and all. But if you have to implement all this HR process, it is very difficult for any competitor to this thing. So far it's clear to all of you guys. So Southwest Airlines try to, in one line, whatever you talked about, all those things. South Airlines try to have a competitive advantage through HR, thereby they achieved VRIO. Can we conclude that? That I'm not getting here myself. VRIO, you just look for, all of you, since he asked the word, look for VRIO in the net. Even I'm not remembering. We got it? VRIO is it's a good framework. What are the terminologies so far we used? Competitive advantage, superior performance, VRIO, business strategy, cost leadership, differentiated service. These are the words we used it, right? By using this word, by listening to the story, you should be able to make a good presentation on Southwest Airlines. One reading of half. Okay. Now, what is VRIO? Value, resources, rarity, yeah, not resources. What is rarity? Non-imitable organization only. Okay. Basically, it's not resources, it's a rare. It's valuable, it's a rare one, non-imitable. So that is a model HR has to receive like any other mathematics or commerce kind of equation. But it's all well set and done. It's very, very difficult unless the top management believes in this concept and the middle management also executes that concept. You will not get it. But you get it, it's in front of you. Even today, anybody go abroad, you can see Southwest Airlines. Even I had a chance to fly once or twice. If you go and sit in an aircraft, it looks a simple aircraft, nothing. I was so much thrilled. You know, I've been talking about this case study last 10, 15 years. So I go, before pre-COVID, I used to go to US every year for a month, September, October. My son's family is there. So every time I go internally, I used to prefer to go by Southwest Airlines. Nothing special. But what is special is they are giving the fare, they are giving the time. So the government is proud, and many people went to study and they tried, they could not implement it. Because HR implementation is not that easy. So far we are clear, right? Now, what is the learning and framework of this case study? Whole story, model, Ramayana, everything. What is the learning for HR student? What is the learning in this case study? SHR, it's basically SHR. Strategy human resources management. When I say strategy human resources management, how? Online students, am I clear? Or am I just running? Hello, online students. Hello. Hello,
Yes, sir.
online students.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yeah. I hope you are all, with me so
Yes,
far.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
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 sir.
yes.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Can anyone of you just summarize what I said here in 3 sentences? I use 30 sentences or 100 sentences, but you have to use only 3 sentences. Tell me, what did I talk so far before I go to the next one? Have you understood what we said? Hello, online student. Come on here, take initiative, any one of you. All of you thinking the other guy will do it, right? Okay, you are going to say or I'll continue. Have you understood? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
All of you understood, right? Good. Okay. You are not saying that, let me say. SHRM, this case study, what is the learning? This case study is about SHRM. SHRM means there has to be a business strategy and your HR has to be tallied to the business strategy. Here, the business strategy is what? Cost leadership, differentiated customer service. That is a business strategy. Accordingly, HR guy, they cannot, hire up the hi-fi guys, pay the big salary, have many more air hostess posted inside, and give them all sorts of cost. The cost will go up. So the HR has to be very clear in doing limited kind of expenses so that cost is taken up clear. So the best HR strategy has to be synchronized with the business strategy. So first of all, you must know the HR guys. What is my business? What is the business model of my company? What is the business model of this one? Short route, same aircraft. That's the business model of this company. It's not going to anywhere else, or it's not giving all frills, all luxury and things like that. That is the business model. The strategy is business strategy is cost leadership. So HR strategy has to be done. So this case study is about that one, linking case strategy with this one. The other one is we already talked about. Cost leadership, differentiated customer service. What is that output? Time, price, reliability. What is the business model? Whatever I told, it's only there. Yeah. Business, so you don't have to even take notes. Short route, same aircrafts, no frill. This is the learning and framework of this case study. Right? So are we solving the case study in a very practical manner, or only like Rama and you people write 20, 30 case slides? Okay, what's up the facts, which I have already told you? It is successful for so many years. It has got triple crown. Its competitors are benchmarking and right to come. That's all the facts of the case. Well, as I told you, also learn how to analyze a case and come to the conclusion. If I allow you, you will write the facts only in 5-4 slides. I'm saying only 3 sentences. The facts of the cases, it has been successful. It has got triple crown. It has never been bankrupted. You can put order one more word. And competitors are benchmarking. And this practice is for anybody to difficult to imitate and implement. If they are imitating, then your competition goes up. They are not able to, even if they know this, even if the HR director of the Southwest Airlines goes and give a lecture to Delta Airlines or US Airlines, he can go and lecture and come back. But implementation is not that easy. Okay, this is all we talked about. Now, how do they create value? The value has to be created, right? Another core concept of this case study is value creation, value creation, value creation. How the value is created for an employee, how the value is passed on to the customer, how the customer is giving value to the company. For example, if I have to explain this one different, for example, this one, my competitor, he's my competitor. He's producing this for 10 rupees. My people are producing for 8 rupees. Have I not created value here? I capture the cost. He's creating by 10. Okay. Manufacturing cost is 10 rupees. I am manufacturing cost is 8 rupees. Okay. Now he's giving to the customer because of 10, 11 rupees. I'm giving to the customer because of 8, 10 rupees. As the customer is getting the value creation, I created a value. I captured the value. I passed on that value to the customer compared to my customer. Because he has got value, my repeated customer comes. My overall profit turnover goes up. My overhead expenses comes down. So the value creation is created that way. Are you getting my point? So value creation has to be, cost has to be captured compared to the competitor or the industry norms. I am able to produce a good quality, good quantity at comparatively cheaper price than my competitor. That's the first stage of value creation. Or my customer response is much better than my competitor. That's the first value creation. This value creation is captured, passed on to the customer. The customer is happy, he comes repeated. It's a simple common sense. So the value creation model is implemented in this one. Okay. We all done, yeah. I also explained to you about organizational capability, right? When good people are there. And then how do they do it? Now I'll give you, there are charts, there are pages which you have to go through. How did they recruit people? How did they train? So that I have not captured. That's why all of you keep your case study in relevant. In the subsequent slide, I'll tell you the page number. Okay. Now service cost, beating the competitor and sustain business. This all you understood about it. Well, is there any difficulty in understanding this? It's very simple. Now, approach to they have some approach, the business strategy. Normally, they have more for less. They have, say, not less for less. Like they have a concept called love and fun, and they have this concept, not less for less. Just because you are giving less price doesn't mean I'm not going to give you, reliable time off or reliability. Not for less. So you don't say you are giving less, so I will also give less. He says not less for less. That is the business strategy of the company. Okay, that's one. That's a word nicely. Then they segmented. They were a very clear-cut segment. I am not going to look for a luxurious customer. This is not for luxury. This is clear. I told you the one class. What is business strategy? Decide what not to do. Yeah, you are looking for very luxury, nice seats and nice air hostess standing. Don't come to my aircraft. I don't need you. Okay, I need the people who need to travel instead of car or a train. My segment STP is very, very clear. I'm not confused with my STP. I don't want you guys. You go with a chartered flight also, I don't mind it, but you don't come into my aircraft. So they have a customer focus and segmentation. Now, value chain price cost. Go to page number 517. Any one of you got a hard copy with you? No, right? Any one of you can sit in front of me so that I can also see. You can open, come. So far it's going clear, right? It's simple, huh? If suppose this case study comes in your C-section question, you should be able to answer. Right? 517. You're all good students. You're picking up very well. Huh? Get me, sir. 517. Let me. Get quickly, man. Online students, see page number 517. I hope all of you have the case study.
Yes, sir.
Online student, yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
go
sir.
through page 517. Huh? Southwest Airline. This guy is asking me which case. Anybody opened it? Can I have a look at it? Because I need to. Yeah. Yeah, this is what just now I explained to you, right? This is what I explained. I didn't even see. See, I'm older guy, smarter than you. This is what I explained to you right now. But just go through it. It's written in a more professional. I told you in a very simplified manner. Any doubt in that, please ask me. So this is another way of understanding case study. Many things you put in a simple. Where you have to read, go in deep on that. Online student, you got page number 517, value creation?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? Online?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, go through that. Whatever explained, it is taken, maybe a little more. If you're not understood, please ask. Then we'll move on to the next slide. This is one of the most taught case study in the world, Southwest Airlines. And if you're meeting anyone, guys, in India coming out from institute like IIM and all, they'll talk casually. Did you go through that Southwest Airlines or Portman? And even in abroad also. So I sincerely request all of you, today night, please go through. And I'll tell you, it will not take more than 20 minutes for you. You got it, no? Yeah. Have you understood? If you need explanation, please call me. Basically, what I explained to you, they put in a different manner. Okay, those who are done through, go through all these page numbers. It's your time. Page 517, 524, 527, 523, 524, 527. I can sit now. You have to go through it. This is the crux of the specific HR activities. Or if you want to open in the lab slide, I will also, but you are able to see, right? Five one seven, 523, 524, 527. There's 4 pages you go through. This is how the HR practices are being done to motivate that employee. Taken 523. Let me also have a look at it here. Five one seven you've done, no? 523. I want to see. This is fine. See, finally made it to go through the case study, right? that circle. Just show me all the pages. Let me also have a remember. This is 5.2. This is 5.2.7. 6. I think it's 5.2.6 instead of 7, right? Yeah, 6 and 7. 5.2.6 also go through. That's a nice chart they given. Before 5.2.7, just have a look at 5.2.6. Five to 4. See, I may need it. Huh? You give me when I talk to. Any doubts on that? We'll go page by page once we are through. 5.2.6 also go through before 5.2.7. So basically, 4-5 pages you have to see. 5.1.7, 5.2.3, 5.2.4, 5.2.6, 5.2.7. 5 pages. 5 pages means only that particular charts or circles. Which one? Which one you are saying? 5.2? It's regarding HR practices training. Yeah, you know that for each, like pharma industry in India, you have, the certain amount of SOP training to be given. Induction training this much, production training this much, or a safety training this much. Similarly, they have some regulatory authority for them. That kind of training is given, not extensive training is given. Because everywhere the cost has to be reduced. If you see the HR, but they have not mentioned in the selection part of it, they kept even the customer in the interview panel. Did you go through that one? Yeah. Even the customer will sit in the interview because they don't want to have anybody who is not customer centric. Even the pilot has to respect the customer, carry the luggage. So the HR practice is very clear in the selection that anybody who's not keen at customer centric, they are not welcome into our system. So culturally, they must be adaptable to the system. So they're taken care of it. You see the salary, they're not paid a big salary, but they pay the whatever mandatory salary, minimum salary. And the teamwork they created, this case study can be very well discussed and analyzed and enjoyed if people are very active. You are not active. Okay. Like the other thing is they say that how to take one side, they given you not less salary, by which you'll go mad or you cannot live. So they're taken care of minimum legal statutory salary to all of you. But at the same time, they've also shared the bonus equally. By that, they created the teamwork. Each employee is happy because you are getting your salary to sustain yourself, and you also know that it's fair. Whatever in front of me profit is coming, get created. So there is no dispute among the employees. So that's a good team spirit they created. Each one of the HR practices can really, the other one, if you have to today, we'll go through Portman. It's quite opposite. The intent at that one, they implemented very badly. They disrupted the teamwork, they disrupted individual motivation, they created high attrition. All those things, though the intention was good in that case study also. These two case studies again and again, please just go through this two case study. You don't need to know anything about HR. Okay. It may look difficult, but after my brief lecturing, it may not be that difficult. It's just like reading a novel. So coming back to the HR practices, if you see selection, they've been very clear. Multitasking, very less supervisor. Everywhere, cost is also taken care of. Not unnecessarily too many layers of people. But at the same time, they're not compromised on the selection involving the customer also. Salary part of it, training part of it, whatever minimum needed, they've taken care of it. Whatever the regulatory training, not unnecessary training. The similar thing is with the McDonald's also, burgers. They take people immediately try and put them on the job because they have to give a good quality of burger, affordable everywhere, anywhere in the world. So there they are very clear, something similar to that. Their business strategy is also cost leadership and differentiated. So this guy's recruitment you talked about, training you talked about. Can you just read one by one in that one? So the first 517 is clear to all of you. Let's go page by page. 517 online student, 517, any question? Hello, online students, are you there? 517 page number, any question?
No, sir.
Okay. 523, which talks about HR practices, right? Starting from recruitment, training, and things like that. Have all of you studied? Any question? How do they do? What is the first one? Give me a. Huh? And what is that selection there? See, we all talked so far. They are doing this thing through HR. They are making employee happy, satisfied. Now this part is actual surgery, how they are doing it. Correct? Now, so far we have talked about business strategy and generic managerial point of view. Now the actual surgery is how you are talking so much about HR. What the hell they are doing? Right? This tells you exactly what the hell they are doing. Right? Now what is it? Selection, what is that they are doing? They are looking for, see the job analysis, JD is very clear. Energetic employee, caring to desire, serving others, have fun. You know, if you have this concept in the interview, you will have that kind of questions, that kind of case study, that kind of role play. You can easily find out. It's not that very difficult to find out. So they're very clear about that one. And the peer selection, not only the boss is getting selected. You know, suppose he is going to be an associate, the other associate will sit in the entry panel. The customers sit in the entry panel, so that the teamwork is created then and there. Okay, what is the next one? Involve customer. Willingness to ensure employee fit through active 1 year probationary, that's all okay. Now, what is the implication out of it? Employees will fit with each other, teamwork. And culture, facilitating operating, because of working in not only individual effectiveness, team effectiveness makes you to get the aircraft rotated more, cleaned more, running faster. Well, at the end of the day, aircraft can fly, but aircraft cannot get clean and thus everything. No? This guy's only, even this case study is not taken about. This guys even went to, when they are going through these different states within the small area, somewhere the petrol cost was less. These people made it a point that they get the petrol loader for the aircraft there only. So that means the complete ownership is shifted to through HR to employees. Wherever income, get more income. No HR has to income, HR has to reduce expenses, HR has to make the happiness of customer. That is HR. Correct. What we call think HR, like Ramayana, recruitment, training, and development common. That also we will not do properly. Correct. So the first part of it. What is the next one? Training part of it. FA is their own federation, whatever mandatory training they're given. Informal training includes cultural development of shared expectations regarding value to be received from the organization. So now see this thing. What is the training methodology they used? Coaching. Every time each of the colleagues coaching the other one, that here you need to care for the customer. You need to care for the operation. You know, they were instilling every time through training, not that taking to the classroom, talking something about artificial intelligence and this and that, which this guy cannot come and use it. He is getting coached on the job regularly by the people that we are here for this purpose. Our purpose of working for this organization, this purpose. So that kind of intensive need-based training methodology they used. Compensation, as I told you, the total compensation, monetary plus non-monetary. These are the words you should pick up. See, compensation is that, you get a lot of big, like many organizations, like for example, though I'm not supposed to talk, Reliance. They may pay you 80 lakh rupees salary. Okay. And you will feel that role clarity, the tension, unexpected kind of delivery, things like that, or the way you treated in the meetings. Horrible. The other way, go to Tata, they'll pay you 30, 40 lakhs. But you have a role clarity, you have a say, you have a belonging, you like that, I'm working for Tata. So that's a non-monetary benefit. So what is total compensation? This is the word I should, like intrinsic motivation. Have you studied all motivation theory in OB? Intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation, all of you know this one, right? So similarly, compensation comes to monetary compensation, non-monetary compensation is equal to total compensation. So these guys are driven total compensation. So what the total compensation means? Employee gets what he wants. Customer is not getting loaded. Anywhere they have not broken the chain, if you see. It's nicely knitted. Business strategy is nicely knitted. Business strategy with HR strategy is nicely knitted. HR strategy within itself, the practice is nicely knitted. Okay, that's one. What else? What is the next page? 524. This one. Nurturing and supporting. Yeah, it's something like, coaching all the time coaching inside. What is the implication they've written? Culture remains strong. The organization may grow strong, but the culture is employees all one, team oriented, culture oriented, discipline oriented, engagement oriented. That is what that is done the long way. Nurturing, spreading, employee involvement. What is this employee involvement? Open door policy coupled with accolades and employee. Yeah, whenever any employee has got anything, they can go straight to the top manager. So they don't need a union. They never had a union. South Australia. All other union lines, they have a union. These people, even till today, they don't have a union. So they can, because they go to any time. So like, come to Jesus meeting. They also had a lot of other funds. There's some theoretical, the words like not less for less. You have to pick up some 10, 15 words from this case study. Not less for less. And come to Jesus meeting, and love and fun, a lot of parties. They also created working time. It's not only working. You have fun while working. So that is why they call the concept of love and fun. HR practices here is love and fun. You come to work intrinsically as if you're working for your own company, and also you have a lot of fun in the company, in the aircraft itself. You celebrate, any occasion comes, you celebrate. And if any grievances, come to Jesus meeting, come straight and get it solved. And that's what I said. Even the pilot need to carry the luggage of somebody else. Promotion is 180% is only from inside. That again takes care of your team management. Somebody, like I told you many times in the class, letter appointment in many organizations is 70% failure, in my experience. Laterally bringing somebody above managerial level, sometimes they have to do it, but many times it's a failure. Even intelligent guys, competent guys, come initially, they take one or two wrong strategy, he's gone. Once he's proven wrong, he's a competent guy. He's well proven in the previous organization. He can also run this organization very well. His competency, knowledge, market knowledge, nothing is less. But somehow understanding the people, he taken one or two steps, it backfired. And I don't know, tell you, don't quote me. This happened here also. I don't know whether you people know Anita Matthew, ma'am. She was here, she's a professor, HR professor. She has been sent to take care of the principal's vacancy in the degree college. The degree college had a lot of problems. This person, I know it's a very well-educated, experienced, mature person. So he gone with a good intention. One or two wrongs, not understanding the culture of the people there, it backfired. The leader has to have a restrained approach, concern. You cannot go and shoot that I do all those. You have to wait and watch. So that is what they taken care of, promotion from within. Anybody coming outside mean they will rough. So they made it a clear promotion is 80%. Any post is only from within. What else? There is nothing like an union, things like that. Basically, there's an so these are the HR practices they implemented it. Okay, that's one. What is the next page? Yeah, 526. Clear. 517, 523, 524 is the crux of the case study. That how they are doing HR practices to become a competitor. 527. Now see the value circle. How the value creation circle is created through this HR circle. I hope all of you gone through this one. Yeah. If you gone through it, instead of me explaining, anyone can explain? No? This guy says big no. Why, man? You're afraid of me. I'm very, very friendly with you. Right? It's not a nice circle? And again, if having listened to the lecture, this circle itself is more than enough, right? To understand this case study, right? Then why are you having pain in? That's what I've been telling you guys. Be smart, yeah. Be smart. Don't get carried away with 30 page, 300 page and all. You're not here to go with the 300 page, nah. You have your own life, right? You have your own life. Pick up something which can be useful to me, not the 300 page. He made his own life writing 300 page, right? You are not here to read his 300 page and give him more life. You pick up something which you can use it and make your own life. So this is what here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You guys should know the smartness of reading and picking and leaving all the buttermilk through. Here, according to me, after listening to all of this thing, this circle itself, does it need any explanation? I don't think so, right? No explanation needed for this, right? See, it made my life also easy. Correct? If I have to explain the whole thing, this, that, but I must give you compliment, all of you are all good students. Otherwise, this case study, we call it in IM and all solving this case study. This single case study will take 3 to 4 hours. Probably we are going to close it in 1 hour. Okay, this circle is clear to all of you online students. This is what page number? Yeah. Recruitment. You see, we don't go because we want to be clear. Whosoever I'm getting, I want to be clear culturally that guy is going to fit. You see, technical evaluation can be done very well in the interviews. See, cultural evaluation, like the person can show up, act, na? Yeah, I will work in the team, I will do this thing, that thing. But if I recommend you, I know that how did you behave culturally in that organization? She's a fighter cock, or she's a team cooperating person. I will be able to tell, right? Otherwise, the interview will be smart. You will make sure that we will not get to know about your immediate falsive reaction and things like that. So that's what even today people are going to top level people more based on, in addition to other selection techniques, more weightage is given to reference also. Even yesterday I got 2-3 from few colleges, can you refer some few of the faculty? It is not that faculties are not available. So they want to make sure the technical competency of the faculty, the adaptability of the faculty, or the research capability of the faculty. So if we say something, that will be good for them even while conducting interviews. If this person makes something different, and I was there in one of the, for this one, in the Corona period, 6 months back, all of you Presidency University, right? They wanted to select a Vice Chancellor. So we were 10 people in the panel. I was also in the panel, 2 IM professor, the owner himself, Nisar Ahmad, and few people. And that guy, definitely they shortlisted the best for the one. When he went through competency, explanation, how will you turn around, what is your qualification, why do you need it, all those things he answered very well. So finally, when we've seen the chronology of experience he has given, he has not highlighted 1 or 2 places where he worked. So only because the other member who happened to know that he worked and he has not quoted that. So which means it's an integrity, ethics, na? You're trying to hide something. For that kind of post, more than technical competency, you cannot ethically, integrity wise, you can go this. If you do this thing, you can do many things there. So that guy's selection finally dropped just because of it. Otherwise, everything went through. Because he answered very well. 8 members committee, we all of them grilled like anything. He answered every question very poisely, very nicely, very coolly. So all 8 members, including me, have to give, yes, this guy can be selected for Vice Chancellor. Just because in the experience certificate. Okay, that's another useless guy. We got a feel of it. Then we give one more opportunity. Oh, maybe that you send a old CV. Please send only your experience and the qualification, age-wise, experience-wise, in a different format. We send it to them. Again, he has missed it. Then we come to the conclusion, this guy is deliberately avoiding this one. So that is where the reference comes in. And we cannot afford to, after taking somebody in onboarded and things like that, then you come to know this person doesn't suit that kind of competence. Okay, now anything else on this? That's it? 527, what is it? Yeah. What is it in 527? Basically, it talks about conclusion. Yeah, where is it? Yeah. Yeah, this is again a very important one. How the value is created for the employee. Like we have been talking in a common sense, but it's written clearly. How the employee is created. Employee satisfaction, intrinsically, extrinsically they created. I don't think you need any explanation on that. So that's it. Now are we solving the case study? Now what is the conclusion? Only 5 slides I given you. 30 pages, how many pages? Huh? 20 pages. Are you not clear with this case study? Clear, na? How many slides you given? 4 or 5. So this is what I want you guys to do. Maybe difficult, but you get into that, and this competency will only make you a good CEO. What is the CEO's post? Yeah, having clarity, comprehensiveness, not getting lost, be decisive, how to go about problem solving, communicating. This all, na? Any CEO name it. So that is why if you are learning, this is what we call only subject learning goal and the general learning goals. If you guys have to be taught, this is what going to help you in life. CEO or a functional head, whatever you call it. This will help you, no? If you're able to concisely bring it to the level, how to go about it. To me, I mean, I don't know the price. Even today, I handle many things. Like I was telling this young girls, my meeting started at 7 o'clock. I got at 5:30, 7 to 10, very difficult assignment of, we are having a lot of hotel and restaurant in Thailand, Phuket, due to this war and all, everything has come down. You know, just chairing that meeting is not easy. The guy will say, sir, no COVID, the corona, Russian war, nobody's coming. What will I do? One single answer, the minute the meeting should get closed. But that kind of environment, you have to charm them, pull them, push them, create a deliverable and checking them. If you have the clarity, it goes. If you get lost, so this is what you have to, the learning should be not there. Like for example, God's grace, I completed my PhD in 1990 at the young age itself. But I never gone into teaching. I got into corporate. Maybe because of my PhD in 3 years, I could become CEO. Because of the PhD background, somebody used to ask me, oh, what are you doing with PhD in corporate? I can tell you that PhD is gone in the shelter. But what I learned, the methodology of defining a problem, approaching a problem, solving a problem. It's not PhD, a doctor. That's one side. What I got there is, what most of you know, what is PhD? Basically methodology. They will tell you, you will have a project here in the last semester. The PhD's project is what? You will try to identify a problem. You will go to define a problem. You will go to work out what are the hypothetical reasons for the problem. You will try to work out what are the solutions for the problem. This is what nobody is discovering anything new to get a PhD. Even as an examiner of PhD, we'll see only that. So don't you think that is what needed for a CEO of a company? People will say, they used to ask me, what are you doing with PhD in the company and all? I said, God's grace, that's what helped me at a young age to be on the top chair and continuously for 20, 30 years on the top chair. Without that, probably my problem solving could have gone heavy. So that's what you guys have to learn this part of it. I mean, still you have a lot of time. What all the time I want to is, each class they may load you with many case study, many things like that. And even any time other than my class also, anything you want, please approach me, I'll help you. How to make your life smart, simple, effective. Not only simple, smart, effective. And then carry it in your life. Not getting a marks, not getting only MBA. That's a minimum goal. What is the maximum goal? How you are institutionalizing in yourself. That becomes a value in you to do your current job, future business, everything effective, right? Can it help you, whatever we are at today? Both level, by learning wise and also the business side. So what is the conclusion? Low price, high service, correctly segmented, business strategy is very clear, cost leadership, differentiated customer service. You see everywhere fit. Nowhere business strategy cost, there is no fit, non-fit. Or within HR strategy, everything is fit. There's a theory called fit theory. Okay. Cost rationalization in business strategy and aligned accordingly with HR strategy. This is the conclusion of this case study, right? Fit structure, procedure and HR practices synchronized. OC means organizational capability. Because of that, you are getting the organizational capability. Okay, HR again motivated, committed, and engaged, but not direct monetary cost, but providing non-monetary cost. The compensation here was, people will say no, motivation is money. Money is, and the other people also will say money is not everything. They will say money is not everything, but they mean money. So you have to give certain money plus non-monetary compensation. These people worked on total compensation, not only monetary compensation. Okay. Now, HR can deliver only involvement of operation team and top management, which is done here. There's not only, we never talked about HR department here. HR here is everybody. Okay. Now, Hrm Vertical Integration. This is a good case study of strategic HRM, how the HR guys can understand the business model, business strategy, and then work out his HR practices in fit with the same thing. Suppose we are a very luxurious charter aircraft. Will you work out the same kind of thing? You have a charter aircraft, Delhi to Bangalore. Yeah, it's a little more aircraft, 15 seat. Can you have this kind of strategy, HR strategy? It cannot, because that business strategy is luxury, not cost leadership. Niche kind of service. 10 seat, fit seat, sleeping. So they want a very luxurious seat. Luxurious, maybe 15 people, maybe they want 2 air hostesses to be there and give all the 5-star food there. Excellent music there. So no, how the HR concept will be totally different, right? You cannot recruit a person with this kind of attitude. Where you want somebody to hi-fi, that kind of attitude, hi-fi attitude, bindas kind of things, and pay them triple the salary. To promote their bindas also, you have to pay more salary, right? So there the strategy will be different. That's what I meant to say. HR strategy is not same. Like McDonald's, for example, they don't give more training, more recruitment. Well, McDonald's started only on that concept. Wherever these college students are available, they started this one in the US. So they are coming to work for 3-4 hours, not like India. We want permanently 9 hours work. There people can come for few hours also, for week also. Put them on the job, pay them less salary. Give good food to people. That's where McDonald's story started. Even today, by and large, the strategy is same. They are not having a long-term employment, long-term this kind of thing. 3M, HP, can they have that kind of approach? No. Long-term employment, growth, retention. So this case study is that. So through this case study, you can so have you understood HR from this case study? How HR has to be practiced or done is clear in that case study. I hope that's all. Yeah, what are the terminology? Business strategy, aligned with HR strategy, business model, love and fun, bundle of HR practices, value creation, create and sustain, more for less, not less for less, competitive advantage, superior performance, core competency, organizational capability. This is what we covered. With this one and the value creation chart, do you have to go and read the case study again? No need, right? You are not that dull, we need to study them. Because that guy made his own money by writing it. Don't do him so much a favor. Correct. With that circle, with this one, you should be through. Have you understood what I wanted? Have I delivered my role to make you to understand the case study, to understand the smartness of understanding how to write a case study? Have you done it or not? Okay, now what do we do? You can take 10 minutes break, come back, and then start your group number 1. Anybody is here? Yeah. Start this second presentation. So let me get a feel of it. You don't have to go into detail. Just give me 5 minutes, because I need to give you mark. Without seeing you guys, I cannot give you marks. Okay, is it okay? Okay, online students.
So we have sent the recorded session.
Yeah. Now, whosoever your partners are here, they will load and present. You can also present, right? Along with wherever possible. And I don't expect more than 3-4 minutes or 5 minutes presentation. So I need to get a feel of it, right? Once you are through, then I will teach you Portman Hotel. So you are not come prepared, I come prepared thoroughly. Contingency plan. I know my students. Though I written a long back study, I don't think you come prepared, right? Maybe because of many other loads, right? I don't blame you guys. So no, understanding you come prepared for one more case study. That's also already uploaded in your resume. So take 10 minutes back, break, then come and do that second assignment presentation. You can synchronize with them, who's ever online, otherwise no problem. You do it. I don't need your team members from section B. The same approach, we'll do it in section B also. If you do it 5-6 groups here, maybe I'll take 6-7 groups there.
Okay, sir.
Done. So
Yes,
take
sir.
10 minutes break, come back by 11. Done. Online students, we are back. Can you hear me? Hello, online students.
Yes, sir, we can.
We are back. So my next thing is that let me see one or two presentations. I hope this Southwest Airlines is clear to all of you right now.
Yes, sir.
Online students, I want your confirmation. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I want this kind of sound. Okay. Now let's have one or two presentations on the assignment 2. Okay. Or assignment 1, whichever you like it. Preferably assignment 2. So then I can see and start marking, have a feel for marking. If it doesn't go through, then I'll get to my other case study, Portman, which also I'm ready. Okay. Now, can we start? Somebody would like to start? Which group number? Group 1, come on. Load it. You can share from your mobile. Please teach him, sir, so that he can teach everybody. What was the experience of doing the second assignment? Was it meaningful, interesting, difficult? I'm asking your experience, all of you. Huh? Working with a group is difficult, very difficult. I mean, that kind of 2 to section group is, yeah. He has to use the mic.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for golden opportunity. Hello. In online, my students. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So this is group 1, Ajit Pradhan. So, generally, we have decided to go with a duty manager for hospitality domain. So group 1, basically we are general 9 people has included and given some different role for different members. So generally I have decided to go with KPI, but let me explain because other group members are not available here.
Online, anybody would like to argue? Online, anybody is our group number 1?
Anyone of group member, because a couple of members is not there. Anyone from Sweta, Arun or Mahesh? Okay, let me let me start with JD for that job description of duty manager. So basically here job description for a duty manager is responsible for managing the front office operations, managing the resources, supervision and process.
When there is no word, no sign, then you assume it is plus.
Yeah.
Okay. तो जब तुमने प्लस को इस वाले को इधर किया तब तुमने उसको माइनस कर दिया.
ये देख ये
Mansi,
Unmute,
can you
please.
Mansi, can you mute?
Online.
I am so sorry.
Students. Yeah, please. So job description, as I mentioned, it is a kind of managing the front office operation during the shift planning and ensuring the guest satisfaction. Plan and schedule for front office operation is duty of a job management, and also prepare the budget and assist in decision makings. So what is the personal aptitude of a job management? Generally, we figure out a couple of points like leadership qualities, presentable looks, competence, ability to work, good moral characters, commitments. Those are the coming under personal aptitudes. And move forward to it, duty manager responsibility, generally organize and coordinate operation to ensure maximum efficiency, suspense and evaluate staffs, ensure whether the supply and equipments are educating the quality and quantity wise, handle customer complaints when necessary, and support and assist for the price, product and services, assume responsibility and budgeting for the monitoring expenses, ensure all records are kept properly and consistently, because that can be review and prepare report for the presenting for the senior management as well. And requirement and skills of a product management for the hospitality domain is proven the experience of hospitality management, hands-on experience in customers service and sales, solid understanding hospitality and a procedure of best practice, excellent organizational leadership skills, problem solving aptitudes, and hospitality management for B and BSc. So the second part is KRA. What is KRA? Actually, this is everybody knows that key result area for dedicatedly on this subject of hospitality manager. Key results area is help and define the scope of a job or a department or a organization's goals, define the optimized customers and result the daily work. And generally, this is for an organization and employee successful. This is the result where we can define in the KRA sections. So there are a lot of KRS we defined. One of his workflow maintenance. So as a duty manager, one of the key roles is keeping trace and monthly and quarterly yearly goals and achievement with help of trace progress. Training of new joins and getting. Sir, this way. Yes, sir. Sir. So. Then budget and forecasting, planning and marketing, customer satisfaction. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, and the surfacing maintenance, security and admin, coordinating department task, delegate with the authority, communication, food, beverage, acknowledgement start for the performance, dealing with changing guest experience, expectations. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we generally we discussed in our group.
Can they hear me when they talk without mic?
Not clearly audible. Sir.
Okay. Now I've taken this guy. I will present on his behalf. If you see, is so many KRAs. It's not KRA. It looks like a lot of job description extended, right? So now it can be 3-4 K. Come down. What is the key result KPI you have given?
KPI we selected 7, like objective, measurement, optimization, strategy, performance indicator, and evaluation.
Okay.
So in objective, this 7 only explained about what an objective of it.
Where is the number? Where is the metrics?
The percentage we have not only about the explanation about the all KPIs.
No, what is the okay? All of you online students, have you gone through what he has presented?
Yes, sir.
What is good in it? What is not captured as per the model I taught?
I think key areas are not clearly mentioned. It is just an
Okay.
explanation of job description or
And,
Job
the,
description, right?
And KPI is like
and
there
the
is no
KPI is no
weightage,
measure.
no weightage given
No
to the
weightage, nothing. No
Yeah.
numbers, no metrics given.
no metrics. Yes.
Right. Again, it is the same thing explained in a different form, right?
Yes, sir. It's like
Though
completely
it
theoretical.
looked like a lot of effort has been done by these guys. A lot of information they collected, written, edited. So I should give due weightage to that, right? But it is not meeting the requirement of a profession. If you have to write for a company KRA KPA, if you're a consultant, if you're going to write this one, they will say there's some theoretical kind of KRA KPA, right? It's not a professional kind of one. Am I right or wrong? They will take it that way. But if you're given only 3-4, go up to the KRA. Just come. You say one workflow maintenance, come down. Budget and for example, budget and forecasting. That itself is one KRA. Okay, you don't have to explain. In the KPA, you could have given complying 100% within the budget and expenditure control. Correct. Simple. Again, I'm telling you guys since morning and all the time, be smart. No do unnecessary work. Here, this guy's done a lot of work. Budget and forecasting, all those explanation is not needed. Budgeting and forecasting is one KRA, right? I mean, project submitting the forecasted budget by end February of every year. By end February becomes your KPI. Okay. Controlling the expenditure 100% as per the provision in the budget. That becomes your KPI. Correct. Are you clear or not? Again, that's what I thought. When you make a presentation, I'll be able to tell more. Are you getting my point?
So some figure with some
That's what KPI means number. Again, and the KRA need not be so much. Budgeting could be one. Planning and marketing for works. Which post you said? Duty manager. Where is marketing planning? Duty manager is concerned with, I can say budget. I can say with customer satisfaction. That becomes very key result area for a duty manager. Not marketing. Duty manager may not be a great marketer, right? He may be, everybody's a marketing, but his same thing, customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction could be a KRA. Again, there's no need for explanation of customer satisfaction. How will you write the KPI? 100% feedback of customer satisfaction when they vacated. Correct. See, 100% feedback or 95% good feedback customer or 70% customer coming back. Am I getting your point? I'm a businessman. You are an academician. At the end of the day, I want everything here, right? If you say KPI is that 70% of your customer are going to come back, I'm happy. If you say you are not spending more than the budget allocation, I'm happy. So that is where KRA KPI should get captured. In both example, I'm talking in terms of finance. Finance means in the balance scorecard, you are able to work within the budget. In the marketing, I'm seeing that your customer is 100% customer needs are taken care of. Okay. Now what else? Show me. Supervisor and all basic this thing. Security admin. Okay. Coordinating different tasks, delicate. It's all job description. Communication. Yeah, you can say food. This is a core function of a duty manager, right? Ensuring food quality management. That could be your KRA. 100% safety is ensured in the food quality. I mean, anybody comes for a checking, anything goes on, you are gone. 100% safety compliance has been done in the food preparation serving to the customer. Quality checks and all. 100%, I said 100%, 90%, 80%. Again, if customer satisfaction on the food served is 100% or 80%. This 2 KPI is more than enough. Are you getting my point? So you don't have to take so many days, if you refer books, you are gone. You have to refer your own computer. This exercise is not the one you can copy paste. It looks simple, it is not simple. Because your approach itself, normally what will you do? You look for Google, you look for here and there, look for here and there, you will not get much. But you could have used my format which I given you. But if you digested that format, then you could have thought about it. Like his case, it's very clear. Only two KRA. Budget control, food management, customer satisfaction. 3 is more than enough. Each one, I can, without seeing, I can tell you. Budget, we already said. Submitting the budget requirement by end of February to the top management. By end of February, so that next budget rolls. 100% control of expenditure as per the budget provision given. Over budget. Coming to customer satisfaction, customer retention, coming back up customer to the tune of 80%. Customer complaint is to the tune of only 20%. Over. Coming to food 100% compliance as per the various regulatory act. 100% satisfaction of the inside outside customer on the food quality. 100% satisfaction on the price evaluation of the food by the customer. You know? 3. At the most, you want one in governance. You suppose under 2T manager, 50 people are working. So governance of staff or HR or talent management under the duty manager. You can say that 80% of the people are highly motivated to the tune of 90% satisfaction. Attrition in my department is 15% only because of my close management. Is that clear? Online student, am I making it clear?
Yes, sir. It is
Yes,
clear.
sir.
They have given detailed one. I give full credit to this guy. They worked very hard to get a lot of information, put together everything, and edit it. It looks like a lot of hard work they put. But what we needed is not only that simple format. One paragraph of job description which they've written in, and then I have given 4 areas, four sentence of a K area, and each under 1, 2, 3 KPA. Is that clear to you? Clear or not clear? Now it's clear, right? This is what I taught in the class also. Okay. Oh, online students, can we close this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because
Yes.
this is what I wanted to see the presentation. You know how what's you guys are the process again. I can retell you. And how will I give marks to this kind of things? Tell me.
So you
Suggestion
will,
from me. How will I give marks to this kind of presentation? They worked very hard. Nothing wrong in it. Correct. Quantity of work is concerned, they have done. Maybe the quality as per the requirement may not be there. Correct. Now, if relatively all of you are in the same level, I have to improve my liberalism of giving marks, right? Am I right or wrong? Correct. And relearn also. Okay, guys, thank you. Anybody second group, second, third, which group you are there?
Sir, Kanakraj here from online.
Which group?
I'm from group 13, sir.
You
Can
want
I
to
share my
present?
screen? Yes, sir.
Oh, you go ahead, present. We are hearing. Come on. Group 13. You tell your names, few names.
Yes, sir. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, yes, sure.
Can visible my screen? Sir?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, a little more. Yeah, correct. Correct. Good. Go ahead. You come this
Sir,
side.
yes, myself Kanakraj here. I'm from group
Please,
13.
please raise your voice. Little more, huh?
Yeah.
We can see your one. Your voice is good, but just little more. Raise your voice. Okay.
Yes.
You're 100%.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Kanakraj here. I'm from group 13, and along with me online, my group mate Virendra also is there, and we have got team member of Chaitra, Chiranjeevi, myself, Nikhil, Rajat, Sami, Subhash, and Thirumalai. So we have made the JD, KRA, and KPA for 11 different positions as the assignment defined.
You've done
Basically,
for
job
11
description-
position.
Yes, sir.
You just explain us for only one position. Whichever you think you've done best way, you explain that one.
I have made this all 11 positions. Which one, if you like to?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll stop you wherever I have to stop. Go ahead.
I'll
Go
take COO position. I think.
1 second. Okay. Okay, just go on. COO come. Let's go up. Under the CO, you given a job description, right?
Yes, sir.
Highest rank executive in the company, a responsible man, company overall operation, directing agenda, profitability. Very well done. Nicely written, JD. K result area come down. Growth rate of revenue customer
Growth.
base. Yeah, very good KRA. Okay.
Growth rate of revenue, customer
Revenue,
base,
customer
and
base and
market
market share. And 1 second, let me see the KPI. Maintaining awareness of the competitive market, landscape expansion, opportunities, industry. There is no number, there is no metrics here. Your KRA is very good.
share. Yes, sir. It is there in the down actually.
Down.
KPI.
Tracking your revenues closely crucial with all those things. It's a sort of KRA only. There's no
Yes, sir.
KPI. Growth rate of
KPI
revenue. 1 second. Have you given?
Yes, sir. In the down, we have given the weightage for the each individual.
No, this is indicator. No, go up. I'll tell you. Go. For example, growth rate of revenue increasing
Yes.
10% more revenue generated during this year compared to last one. Are you
Okay.
getting my point?
Got it, sir.
Increase of 10%, 5%, 30%, 40%, whatever. Increasing 20% of the revenue generation compared to last year. That is a KPI. Your KRA is excellent. Growth rate of revenue, customer base, and similarly, increasing the market share by, suppose I was 60% market share, I'll increase my market share by 70, 65, 80. Are you getting my point?
Right. Yes, sir. We have missed that tangible number where we
Yeah,
could measure.
this two itself
from
becomes a
customer.
good KPI for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now come to profitability and return on investment. That's a good, again, that's a good, see for COO, it's a very good KRA. The first one is also good KRA. In fact, all the KRAs are excellent, man.
Thank you.
Right? Probably you've done a lot of research. It looks like good KRA. It shows a lot of research you've done. I can feel it, right? Now coming to the profitability and return on investment, again the same thing.
Yeah, here tangible numbers are missing in all the KRA.
How will you do it? Tell me, how will you do it now? The
Yeah,
second one.
profitability, we can see that what was the last year and how we can increase.
Correct. Say
For example, in
10%
the
increase
percentage.
to profitability over last year.
Yes.
20% reduction of expenditure over to last year. You know, reduction of expenditure also improves your profitability, right? So overall
reduction or else the maintain the same cost, increasing in the number sales
profitable.
and
Basically, you will say
same cost.
5%, 10%, 20% profitability. Last year was 10 crore rupees. This year I'll give 10% more.
Yes.
You know, like a lot of the companies, when you see economics times, especially Wipro and all, they're very particular. What is the growth rate in terms of profitability, expansion, and things like that. So that number comes in, it would have been good. Now come to the third one, customer satisfaction indicator. Very good KRA. What is that KPI?
Ensure to have happy customer to create new and sustainable revenue.
This is all again, same thing, right? You explain the KRA. What is the KPI?
KPI is, as understood, it is missing for all them.
No, what is the KPI you'll give? Right. Now you tell me. No?
Here, yeah, increase, increase the customer, get the customer.
For example, you can say your customer satisfaction survey indicates has gone up from last year 70% to 90%.
Yeah.
Okay. Your brand image has been accepted from 60 to 80. Your brand has gone up because of customer satisfaction.
Yes.
Your brand image has improved to 60 to 70%. Or your customer survey you conducted, the satisfaction is this much. So if you talk in that language, then it becomes a KPI. Again and again, if you do 3, 4, you'll get it again reinforced. You don't have to work very hard. You don't have to write many things. Write 3, 4 KRA for under each KRA, write 2. If this is achieved by each individual in any organization, organization will go to anywhere. Correct. But we write lot, do nothing. Nothing means we are not able to focus on what is to be focused. Whatever we said so far in his case, if this 5, 6 KPI, which is by and large applicable to many industries, right? If that is taken care of, what else you need in management? If that is driven through all of us, you are a manager, you are a HR, finance, marketing, all of us are driven this way, what is that organization will not achieve?
Yes.
Right? We don't need big one. I mean, if I have to write it, nicely, you written a very good job description, nice sweet one, small one. And the KRA also nice one, 6, 7. All this should come in one page.
Yeah, it is
maximum 2 page. One and a half page. That is a sweetness. Small is beautiful. There's a book called Small is Beautiful. You read that book, small, concise, brief. That is a skill you have to learn. That is a skill will make you as a good CEO in life. All of you want to be CEO, right? Obviously, why not? Okay, man, what else? Come down.
Operational excellence and risk management.
That again, numbers have to come down.
Yes, yes.
I mean, before that operational, your strategy. For a
Yeah.
CO, first
Yes,
could be
yes, yes.
strategy, then could be operation, profitability, people development. You have taken all the KRAs excellent, I'll tell you. For a CO position, whatever KRA you picked up, excellent. Whatever you even research or applied your mind and taken from any books, excellent. In the strategy, what is that strategy one?
Create and implementing the organization vision and mission for the long term, and setting strategic goals to make sure the measurable and describable, and leading and development of and long-term strategy, like a 5-year plan from today or 10-year plan from today. Which strategy, like after
Like
5 years that the company.
This is again an abstract and general. Strategy means next 3 years acquisition of 2 company.
Yes.
Acquisition of 2 company. Or out of my 10 company, sell 2 company which is making loss. Or amalgamate 3 of my companies into 1 company. That is strategy. If you write it that way, that out of 10 companies, whichever 2-3 companies which doesn't have a future, 3 companies based on profitability or future, I will dilute that company. Or I like 3 companies which is going to have a long-term network for my future. Market is going that line. That is strategy. That's a big job. In fact, if you ask me, that is 70% of CEO's job, 60%.
Yeah.
Correct. This guy should
sir.
be able to give. Even Mr. Birla, Kumar Birla's son and all has come back from US after MBA. The Birla's organization was a lot of legacy of family, people, friends, and things like that. This guy has come, they all thought, they were wondering how he's going to manage it. But he did the same thing what I did. In 3 months, people could understand, oh my God, we thought he's an young guy with not much of an experience. He shattered the whole organization. He removed out of 100 companies, maybe 20, 30 companies, sold it. He's seen it, there's no future for the company, already making loss. He started with all the carbon, which is coming, the new one. He started investing in that kind of company. So till that time, the people are thinking, because they were all concentrating only on the operation part of it. The oldie guys like me, they were thinking, let me see how the young guy will come and manage. And he strategically shattered the whole thing. And within 1 year, there's nothing like success succeeds. He's proven to people that this guy means business, he means growth, he means strategy. He proven to the whole world and to the family and everybody. And he's one of the successful guys. Okay, so strategy is one. People development also, yes, today the talent management comes directly under the CEOs, through whom he will achieve, like we studied in Southwest. He can achieve his marketing, production, quality, finance, everything through people. So if you're not able to identify a talent, now what is the things will come here? People development.
People development is the selection of the right talent on the right job, coaching them for the deliverable part, and get the feedback and take the necessary development action for them.
No.
Especially,
put slightly with numbers, na? 100% filling up people with the right qualification at the right time, as per the plan. Okay, reducing the attrition from 20% to 10%, right? Or increasing the attrition to 10% to 30% because I want attrition to take place, right? Because some company I'm divesting or investing, this competency set will not fit with me. This is all people management, right? Success and planning. I'll make sure from next year onward, my 100% or 80% promotion takes from within. Or I am inducting a lot of management trainees with kind of skill. They become my future leaders. That is people development. As a CEO, you make sure that promotion within 80%. Inducting MBA management trainees to group them to that big level. Okay, reducing the attrition to this level. All I'm talking numbers, right?
Yes,
so this is what it should come. Okay, come on, good. And all I said, I must give you guys good. You made a good attempt. Probably if you have to make this, you linked it with you, this one. Weightage you given. Yeah, okay, let's see the weightage. Growth rate of revenue 20%, profitability 20%, customer 15, operation excellence 15, strategy, people development. Yeah, strategy, you reduced it. Strategy, you should take it 40%, and the remaining you break it. 60% will come under all operation. If you see the whole, there are two wings, strategic and operation. However, you are good in operation. Operational effectiveness is necessary, must, but that cannot take care of your company. Anybody good in operational effectiveness is a basic must, basic philosophy of, but you will not get credit for effective operational effectiveness. That will not take care of a company unless you are strategically effective. Like in this case, I said, no, I'm running, like Birla said, I'm running all 100 companies with very good operation. Control, checks, measure, this and that. Where it will take me? Strategically, I sold useless 20 company, saved my money. I invested in a new company which is going to grow. In everywhere, operation is involved. But if I'm not given a strategic direction, especially that level, who will give strategic direction? Not the VPs and other people. Nah? Correct. So here, the weightage should be at least 40%. Should go to strategic one. The remaining 60 you can break into the way you like it. Maybe the remaining 60, 30 you break into 20 into marketing customer related and 20 into this one. See, the growth rate of revenue and customer base and all will come by how? If you concentrate on market, if you concentrate on the customer, if you concentrate on the people. Per se, revenue will not increase, right? Revenue will increase. Revenue is a leading factor. What is the lagging factor? You taken care of the customer product, customer features, customer prices. That will increase your revenue. So to me, not even 10% I have to give. If I invest here, that will come automatically. If I don't here, whatever I do in giving a balanced scorecard lecture to finance, CFO and all these guys, no revenue will go. This guy can only take care of a corporate governance system. No embezzlement of money, not unnecessarily spend money here. They could be good auditors. But even CFO, if it doesn't work as a strategic guy, I mean, with due respect, he's a simple babu to me. Can he give profit to me? Tell me. You are a CFO. I'm a marketing guy. He's an HR guy, accounts guy. If you see CFO on per se, will you be able to increase the profitability? You can increase the profitability by telling us, training us, these are the costs, please reduce. This way you can. Otherwise, major line share of increasing the profitability, you don't have a scope, right? You are only advisor to me. You are a watchdog to me. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
But profitability has to come through. I'm a seller. That is why marketing guys and sales guys are getting a lot of importance. Any field, always there's a job. My MBA student, they'll say, I don't want to get into selling marketing job. I thought of selling today. That's the only job. Even as a CEO, you should be a seller first, marketer first, then CEO. If you're not into that, company cannot survive. So coming back to this one, so that comes easily, revenue and growth. Yeah, he contributes by watching, guiding. If it doesn't contribute, like it will happen one day like a Satyam or Environ company in US. You know, you are thinking all profitability comes, one day you will say everything is gone. Even Cafe Day, Future Group. So this guy is a good watchdog, preventing, watching. That way he's doing his own job. But on a day-to-day basis, increasing the profitability comes if the marketing guy, customer-oriented guy, HR guy, if they are quality guy, if they play their job properly. If the customer gets this one, good quality, affordable price, reliability, sustainability, the quality guy and production guy gives it. And the marketing guy goes and sells. You have this product you are getting at this kind of scheme and all. It will go through, right? Then the revenue will increase. If production guy is not giving, if marketing guy is not promoting, how the sales will take place. Okay, so this is what this looks a simple exercise, but you people can learn a lot of management through this exercise. But unfortunately, this guy could able to get for this post a lot of information. Many posts, a lot of information is not available even to this extent. Am I right, guys? You guys done a lot of work, right? For the kind of CO, KRA information you got it, many other posts you will not get that kind of information. Am I right? Group number 13. Hello.
No, sir. I have got it for all the position actually. basically we have
You done, see, with your background, with you guys, all of you, you've done very well, reasonably well. But only thing is, if you put 1 or 2 numbering under each one, it is
Yeah.
80 out of 100, that kind of level. Okay, now show me. You want to show some other one? Though I expected only 1, but if you've done more, it's good. Yeah, let me see. Production manager, key result area, capacity utilization. Yeah, good point. Plant versus actual production waste. Overall operational effectiveness, lead time to customer, quality, people. Very, very good. Good job. Come. KPI again, same. KPI linked on. Okay, go ahead. KRA is very well done. Go ahead. Quality manager, quality policy, right? Process control, data. Very, very good, man. You guys have done a lot of information. Customer satisfaction with product quality, right? Continuous improvement, Kaizen. Good.
Yes.
Again, very good KRAs. The linking is hypothetical. I mean, you can do whatever you feel like. We don't know, but also you attempted to link. That itself is a good. One, you've given a very good crisp description of JD, given a very good KRA, attempted to link with the performance indicator with a weightage. These 3 jobs you've done very well. I hope all of you agree. Right. Only the KPI part you have to tune it. Okay, come down. This is what you uploaded in the LMS, or you send it to me? Hello.
It is uploaded as well as send it to user.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Okay, go ahead. Production planning manager. Okay, forecasting, effective MRP control, cost control, implement control, team building. Good, very good. Go ahead, good. So now we have what kind of mark we have to give to the 13 group? Go on, hold on. All of you. Online student and offline. How do you give marks to this guy? Now, huh? 20 out of 30. How much mark we should give you? See, again, the judgment. They done work. They did detailed work, hard working. Maybe they have not given the KPI, but the fact is, instead of 1, they have done for 11. Huh? They have to get 30 out of 30, right? Group number 13, you get 30 out of 30. Hello?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Even here, your sound is not coming, man.
Thank you, sir.
How many people are there? Group number 13 online. You are only one guy.
I have another colleague, Virendra.
So what we do is, to you and Gresha, we'll give 30. All other guys will give 10 marks.
No, in group section A, we have got 4 people. I think Subhash is in offline class. I'm not sure whether he has attended offline.
Yeah.
Online, myself and Virendra is there.
Out of 4, 2. That's okay. That's not bad. I thought out of 10, 2. You're right. Now we can see only the 4. Out of 4, 2 is there. So we'll give equal mark to everybody.
Yes.
Huh? Come on.
Yes.
Make my life easy, na?
Yes, sir.
Once you guys decide,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
make somebody my secretary, or I'll request someone of you to help me in loading the marks, na? Otherwise, if I have to sit
Yes,
and
sir.
upload, how much time it will take, na?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Good job. Go ahead. Job supply chain manager. 1 second. Full rate, order fill, line fill, unit fill. Okay. Cash to cash cycle time, customer order cycle time, team building, all points these guys have taken from very good research. K area though, they have taken it very well. All of this is what I wanted in the presentation. Each one does one detail. Everybody will learn from the other one. In the first assignment also, that was my objective. You guys all messed up differently, right? I wanted each group do one prop.
Yes.
Very like, right. Right. That's what now. Correct. Because they worked very hard. You worked very hard. Collaborative learning. Now that's what I wanted. My whole objective was like that, not to load you with so much. Load you something less, which you do put your heart and soul come with effectively. And from you, others learn. From others, you learn.
Yes.
These guys really, it looks like they put a lot of hard work, right? So, and others are not able to learn it, right? Good man, good job done. Go ahead. And that is what at our MBA level, that is should be the style of teaching at this thing. Not that only one assignment, everybody have to repeat the same thing, it will be boring, right? It has to be different. Okay, done.
Yes.
Over?
The last one is COO.
Mhm. How do you differentiate between CEO and COO? Yeah?
COO is more of an operational
Excellent.
running a
COO is
plant,
more on
and
strategy.
CEO is the
COO is
strategy
more on
and
operation.
business operations.
CO has to be more 80% on operation, maybe
Yes.
20% on strategy. Whereas CO is 60, 70. Now he himself understood, right? He also will prepare, he understood, you are also understand. CO has to be 60, 70% strategy. Whereas CO has to be 70, 80% operation. Now all function I put it only two umbrella. Strategy and operation. Under operation you put everything. Your production, quality, marketing, everything. Strategy is totally different. Selling company, expanding company, aligning company, where to get money, to the bank or to the issuing bonds. Where will I get a good money? This is all strategy.
Yes, sir.
That is where will take your company long time. Now, if you take about Apple, are they living on strategy or on operation? Obviously, their operation is very good. But you can't say Samsung and others' operations are not good.
No.
Correct. And what is differentiating? Strategy. Why
The
they are
strategy.
continue to be not bothered about any competition going the way they wanted?
They have got
Apple, are they bothered about any competition? Apparently,
no.
they're not bothered, right? In fact, for them, there's no competition. The way they project themselves, and it's a fact. Because otherwise, procurement, HR, finance, everything will be by and large same, whether to Apple mobile phone or to the Samsung or MA or anybody else, right? Maybe little practices may be different, but the style of working would be by and large same. And all of them, we presume doing extremely very good in operation. But that cannot take. There's an article called, I don't know whether I told you, please read that article, What is Strategy by C.K. Prahalad. Harvard article, What is Strategy? That will open your mind. Okay, now we started with the COO is more into operation. Strategic initiative, implementation, production, quality, logistic responsibilities, cost responsibilities. Come down. External environment management. Yeah, external environment is very important for people response. Very well done. You captured very well. Come down the weightage. Let me see. Yeah, he has to ensure profitability, objective, and goal. Strategic initiatives you can reduce. Production quality you have to increase. Cost responsibilities you can increase. External is definitely needed.
No, yes, strategic initiatives I have.
Maybe little you reduce it because strategy will come more from the CO. You will implement it. Otherwise, everything is by and large okay. Maybe 10. Maybe 10 you can take out and give the 10 to someone.
Yeah. Strategic initiative here I have taken for the capacity increase or the get ready, plant get ready for the future requirement.
Okay, I tend to go with you. By and large, this breakage is, this kind of breakage is always subject to a lot of discussion. But by and large, this is okay. Unlike you are the first one for the CO one, you're given less strategy one. This is okay. Maybe if I have to give, probably I'll give some 5-10 marks, tweet it here and there. But by and large, it's okay. Done? Anything else?
Nothing, sir.
Good man. You made it very well. I'm too happy. Done. 30 rupees.
Thank you, sir.
How did you do your first assignment? Hello?
Yeah, we have done good actually. We have made 5 articles, made the summary as well as we have made.
Can you show me one? Are you ready to give that first assignment a little bit? So
Yes,
that I
sir,
can conclude about your group's 2 assignments marks. Arvind sir is after me to enter the marks. I cannot enter the marks if I don't have a look at it, right?
Just a minute, sir. I'm opening.
Yeah, give me one fill up.
We have taken the, we have limited to 2 slides for each topic.
Okay.
We have taken how Netflix reinvented HR. We have given the background, what is the introduction. Then the what 5A as adopted by Netflix to reinvented the HR program we have taken. That is one is the higher reward and tolerate only for the full form that here it is kind of create an high performance workplace and give your employees will do the right thing. And second thing is the giving the feedback, tell truth about the their thing is kind of a 360-degree review and give them the right feedback to perform well. The next one is the leaders own the job of creating company culture and company culture. Fourth one is manager must build the great teams. Here, how manager has to be build a team by coaching or mentoring them. The last one is the good talent managers think like business people before they innovators first like like HR is going to be lost. That means even HR also they should think in the business perspective, then linking with the talent.
Good. That is a review of this article, right?
Yes, sir. And the learning we have taken this six major learning: real virtues, high performance, and pay the best salary for the best employees. Freedom with responsibility, like ownership part. Culture instead of control, promotion and development of the uh, uh, you know uh, policies or career building.
Done. Good. One more thing, if you want, you can show.
The Great Resignation did not start with the pandemic. Here, actually, the resignation it is not only the resignation; it is part of retirement or even the short taking the other job or the short thing. Fact behind the Great Resignation during the pandemic situation, in fact, 2019. Every year, last one decade, it was 0.1% was increasing on year basis. When it comes to 2020, it was actually staggered out. It came down. In fact, the resignation rate because of the opportunities were closed because of the pandemic situation. In 2021, because of that world and business started taking new dynamics. So the resignations happened. There are 5 factors which causes the Great Resignation in 2021. One is the retirement, because early retirement people have started taking because of the one is the priority behind the work, quality of spending quality time with their family, or they found the alternate income source like stock market or real estate, and other also after 50-55 many people have started looking after their health condition and they have taken the early retirement. The second one is the relocation. Earlier it was
Hello, good. You can stop because this summer I want to see your approach. Your approach is good, but I'm sure some other people will also introduce. Good, guys. So I cannot give both place 30-30. I'll give in 130, 128 to you guys. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, done. You wind up, man. Okay. Anybody? Our team, madam, you want to come? How many of you are there? Yeah, you loaded. You just no, don't worry. Don't compare yourself. Don't come.
So
Everybody is good, madam. Don't worry. What happened to you, madam? You scooter. Oh. What is that? Crack or what is that? Oh, that's not in the knee or somewhere. Oh, that's scratch. That is not a bone. This is a bone. This here only, right? Not here. Not in the wrist or here. Oh, that is okay. Here it's little. So how many days over now? How many days more you have to carry like this? 1 month? Not pain and all, no? While sleeping, what do you do? You have to keep like this only? Then remove this. So you can remove this belt well. So very uncomfortable, huh? No problem.
Everyone
Maybe
is
something good,
holding.
maybe something good, maybe that. Don't worry, I'll find out.
I know I can read. By looking at that PPT and this, I made a mistake. And I can't.
Don't worry. Understood that it's a lot of scope for important. That itself is a learning. Correct. Accepting it, there's a scope for improvement. Itself is a learning.
No, no. First 3 points I will explain.
Okay, take. You'll explain. You can use the mic. I know this ship is not powerful.
Okay, sir.
Group number?
11.
You can give a hint of both.
Sir, group 12.
Join
Group
without
number
video.
11 is giving presentation.
Now share.
Yes, before already opened, right? This audio need to be.
Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Unmute.
Then, sir. No, if you're talking here, then here unmute.
But your screen is not coming. You want to
I'm just okay.
Here, then
Share
like all videos or somebody?
just open something.
screen.
Then you have to go down.
Ready? Wait.
Desktop select.
Screen.
Screen.
Start now.
Start. This allow something. I guess some permission thing.
Okay, wait. Share document.
Control, should I call him there?
No, sir. I'm not just. Yeah, document. Wait.
Actually, general screen, everything it will come.
Yeah, it's not taking. Yes, sir.
Can I try?
No, this is not the one.
Now, sir, we need some help. They want to share this.
Yeah.
The file is
It should work now.
here. Select the document.
Here.
This.
Yeah, okay. Mhm. It has to be document or screen. comes here. Word. Okay. Mm. We're logged in. Mm. Yeah, I gave. Okay. Mm. It's coming. Mm. Okay, I'll put it in. Yeah. Mm. So we selected. Hello, online. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we have selected the role of general manager, manufacturing industry. So we are a group of 7 people: Kalavati, Kavita, myself, Nrupesh, Polami, Shivakumar, and Vikas. So we have created a video also explaining this. So job description, we have broken down into 7 points on that. First one is overall development, performance, and maintenance of organizations' manufacturing activities to obtain maximum efficiency, quality, service, and other stuff. And direct all aspects of business operations, including purchasing, scheduling, manufacturing, warehousing, shipping, and all. So in that subdivision, like optimally make sure that units improve, and then to the standard efficiency in terms of machine efficiency, material yields, labor, etc. Working on vision to work on the making the facility a world class, incorporating best layout and manufacturing processes. Controlling all operation aspects, including revenue growth, profit, operation compliance, etc. So leading continuous manufacturing plan to achieve improved production efficiency and desired quality with ISO compliance. So, and aware of new tooling methods and possess knowledge of all those new tooling changing methods. So frequently research on cost saving opportunities wherever we have to make sure the cost is saved. Yes. Manufacturing industry. So key result area, implement or bring in new technology into manufacturing to meet the world-class market level. Technology, yes. Maintain production plan and targets, yes. So monthly reporting, yes.
Like a co-pilot. I cannot allow the pilot to crash. Right. Hello guys, see down now. Am I audible? Online, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in this job description, they're written very well. The key result area, they could have, coined the words separately, not that writing in a running form. Like implement, bring a new technology into manufacturing to meet the technology upgradation, global level, 1K area. Okay. Now, production effectiveness, 2nd K area. Technology upgradation, 1K area. It's not only for them, for everybody, I'm telling you. Okay. Production effectiveness, 2nd. And on-time delivery. Okay. Productiveness. What is it you're talking about? This productivity. Productivity is the 3rd one, right? Am I using the right word or not? Technology upgradation. What is the 2nd word I use, sir? Operational effectiveness, production effectiveness. 3rd thing is productivity. Okay, this is all your K area. Good K areas. 4th thing is control budget. Yeah, finance, budgetary control. 4 K area. Beautiful K areas. See, little tweaking. Right now, madam? Please don't mind, madam. When you put nice dress and nice costumes and all, will look nice, no? Same, you people got everything. Okay, that's 4. Next is,
Maintaining optimal cycle time.
that all comes under the operation. That is a KPI. When you put maintained optical cycle time, 80% operation is a KPI, which will come under the operations, right?
Good interaction and cooperation with all members of the organization, suppliers.
Oh, that is networking. Networking with external stakeholders. Networking with the now, how many KRA is that, madam? What are those one? Repeat. Technology upgradation. Yeah. But right one. Productivity. Production productivity, production. Third one is, second one is a production operation effectiveness. Third thing is productivity. Fourth one is budgetary. Fifth one is networking with the stakeholders. That's all. That has come beautiful, right? Now, what would be the KPI for this? Yeah.
Kept it separate.
Yeah.
100% customer satisfaction.
No, again, KPI, see, this is what it's not that you've not done well. You've done the first cut well, and it looks like it's applied, mind applied. Like when we correct paper or thesis, we'll get to know to what extent it's original, what extent it is copied and pasted, right? I'm a PhD examiner also. When thesis comes, we are also supposed to see whether it's originality, it's totally borrowed concept. So we will easily see by the, they will obviously borrow, but it doesn't mean that totally borrowed. Then there's no PhD thesis, right? If you're totally borrowing it. There's a separate chapter for review of literature where you give a total acceptance. Yes, I borrowed this much from so. So here I can see you guys applied. Am I right or wrong, sir? You think my judgment is right or wrong? I want my judgment to be. Yeah, you put everything, only that you didn't go to the next level. Here you written all KPI, 100% satisfaction, effective training for team players and 100% achievement. Maybe you attempted it here again. Maintaining inventory ratio of more than 8. This is operation related KPI, right? Maintaining overall equipment 100%. Yeah, good KPI you've done it. Maintain 100% product quality. Yeah, maintain 100% internal process quality. So what do you do? You have not put a nice word, concise word. Correct. Otherwise, masala is there. Stuff is there. Correct, huh? Right KRA is there. Right KPI is there. KPI is meeting all the requirements. Only little more cosmetic beautification. That's all.
Then you put the weightage for all those.
Marketing strategy 15, overall equipment 15, control budget 20, customer satisfaction 20, effective training to overall effective. By and large, overall good. Good. By and large is good. I mean, anybody can tweet it here and then 5%. By and large, overall, your judgment about the breakage is also good. Done. That's all. Oh, what I'm one good job. I don't know why you people are go up again.
That's why we did not explain.
Go. See, that's what I'm telling you guys. That's what even today my case to the Southwest Airline. I want you guys to come down, select, think. But that cannot come that stage unless you go through this stage. The problem is you guys close your mind there only. You cannot straight away come to that stage, I can tell you, at this level. Even if I were in your place, I could not have come straight to that level. I crossed your level, so I can easily jump into any level, right? But you guys, what is your mistake is, you stop there. If you give one day break and then look back with this idea, can I make it short? Then you could have done it. Little more better than that. But otherwise, substance-wise, you are meeting all the requirements. You want to show your number 1 assignment? Even PPT also, just I want to get a feel of it.
Yeah, you say.
So what marks we give them? Yeah, let's see the group marks. There are 4, 5, 6 guys are here. Huh? You are the judge. Good. You can ask for if you play an active role and give the right judgment, you should ask for. It comes under the class participation, making the class effective. Right? So okay, good smart guy, huh? Good marketing guy. You're an HR guy. Then you should tell me what I'm talking is sense or nonsense. All carry, KP and things like that, right? Which company are okay? How many people? How many people you are managing? Huh? Even in HR, for example, if you do few activities very good, you'll be known. If you do a lot of transactional activities, it's a thankless job. People will always come and tell you this. 2, 3, 4 activity. I've seen when I was in Ahmedabad, in one of the pharmacy head, one young girl, watch by somebody, young student with a trainee or 2 years experience HR. She did some employee engagement for the marketing staff and made a presentation to the vice president. She became a hero. Something different you did, huh? Right? Those guys used to have 1,500 people, company employee in the marketing department, from salesman up to deputy GM, all those kind of stuff. So she went and did that Gallup study with them, and then made all the PPT presentation and things like that. She became a hero at the young age of with 2 years experience. So you guys also should be smart enough to pick up some key areas which can throw into limelight. Otherwise, it's a thankless job. Correct? Yes, sir. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, this group for number 11 is giving the first assignment. The idea is online student, I want to get a feel of all of you guys so that I can give marks. So far, I have not given any marks.
So we had 6 articles, we were 7 of them.
Yeah.
So for one article, 2 of them worked, and each one picked one article and worked on it.
Okay.
So that it is
So
clear.
you tried to say that all of you worked. Not only 2 worked, the others didn't work.
No, everyone. So, I don't know, the first, it is little bit of
Netflix, he has already done it. What he has not done it, you tell me.
Okay, so this is what I work on. What of people from living.
Tell me, this he has not explained, right? Whatever that guy has not explained, you tell me. Otherwise, listening to the same is boring to all of us.
So the first objective of this article was to understand what managers can do to stop people from leaving the company. So the key facts here is Tata is going with a stay interview, which will help, which is an interview which is taken one-on-one, which helps to understand the employees and make them cut down the attrition rate.
Good concept. Stay interview means you are closely, constantly listening to them.
So and one word I've written it as what is actually staying. It's one-on-one meeting with employees. Employees ask questions to address what I've learned from their exit interviews. So then, so author comes up with 4 key points in that. So each point I've taken and given 2 points. And why we need to ask that question is employees, for example, what's your frame of mind today? So the need why the employer asks me to ask this question is the employees may feel disappointed and see alternative ways to struggle to express their emotions, running emotions. So like that, we explain each of them. What barriers I can remove from you? This is the second question what we can ask. And what do you feel connected to the workplace? So workplace friendships, motivates the employees and all. And what do you think that you like to develop? What is your vision or developmental learning activity in the company? So these key 4 questions make the employee more connected, and employees asking these questions and knowing them better using this method. So key takeaways from this article is employees need stability and reassurance in the workplace where they are felt heard and connected. So they need the reassurance from the employer. Next, even though the first attempt may fail, knowing the employees better, by exit interviews they can know them better. For example, in exit interviews they might not get some of the points from them. So with stay away interviews they'll get to know more points from them. And then managers strengthen their skills as managers and achieve their desire of employees to continue working with them. So they will know them better and they make sure they are still working and they have the design. All their teammates should work with them. So that will be achieved from this. So overall key take.
So what is the overall learning? In brief, the overall learning is respect employee. Listen to them. Constantly listen to them. Give weightage to them. Try to resolve them. Right? Like a doctor, when the patient comes a pain, the doctor doesn't bother to listen or doesn't bother to weightage. Patient is always right. Similarly, employees are always right. The basic thing is respect employee, listen to them, and take preventive corrective action immediately. That's the story of it, right?
Yes.
So it is this is a known HR principle, but this article is reiterating, reinforcing the proven principle in practice. If I were to conclude, if you want to conclude, high five. You should be, guys. One side I said learn simple, straightforward. Other side you should also be high five. Sometimes if you talk simple, people don't respect. You have to talk with a little high five also. Correct today, sir. So you have to talk in that language. This article is more about reinforcing or reiterating the golden basic HR principles already instilled. That is what? That is respecting talent, nurturing talent, taking care of the talent, continuously listening to them, and thereby the organization can. It makes beautiful, right? So one side make it simple, the other side make it beautiful. This is what you guys got a lot of life to go. This is what market wants. This is what customer wants. This is what owners want. This is what can take care of your competition. You agree with me or not? Now tell me, leaving this to others, what marks we have to give? It's easy, na? I'm a smart guy, right? Otherwise, it could have been boring to go through all your presentation, sitting in a flight or imagine how much. Huh? Huh? True, na? So that is why I was waiting. Let me go to the class. I didn't expect full presentation. At least something they will give, I'll make an idea of it. Then I will make all plus minus here. Okay. Okay.
Because he has clearly mentioned not in the paragraph. Even if we take the highlight points, it's easy to understand his concept.
He has not written like my way. He's written very briefly. He's not given beating the bush around. He didn't do. They come to the point. Okay, good point. How many articles you reviewed? 5, 6 you done. Okay. Other members, don't worry about them. Give a right judge. Huh? Okay. Second one. I got your answer itself. Huh? When he said first one, he has got a pass there, right? He said second one is not that great, right? Okay. Second bench. Second bench. 27 for the first one or second one? Second one. First one? Same 27. Yeah. 28 is fine for the first one. Second one. But everybody has done 11. This guy has done 6. That confusion has been created. Huh?
We check with you and then you take one.
Yeah. Last. Oh, your own team. So the same team, what mark you should get? Self-evaluation. Madam, self-evaluation, self-appraisal. Huh? Huh? No. You be now a prudent, pragmatic person. You are an independent, ethical, integrity-oriented person. What is your self-appraisal? 28 is for first one. Second one? I go with her. Okay? 28, 26. Done? Okay, 28. 26, done. Less. Okay. Okay, 27.
Even for the first one, so lot of coordination, everything.
No, I can see
even
that.
for the second one, we did not have the coordination. Even the one which I showed you is a modified one which I worked on yesterday night. And
So you're happy now? 28, 27?
Yeah, yes.
28, 27. Done. Okay. Hello? Okay. Huh? Huh? Okay, both 28, 28. Done? Okay, now you guys happy? You can give me lunch? Okay, anybody else? Our time is also over. So now we understand now what is the, for everything, again forget about assignment. Everything has to be some matlab ke. In the all of you know, no? There has to be an objectivity. When you prepare an assignment, there has to be an objectivity. When you make a presentation, there has to be an objectivity. Otherwise, you are spending time. Time is money, right? When you're sitting 3 hours, when I'm standing 3 hours, we cannot underestimate the value of a time. We can purposely enjoy, relax, go to for a movie, have fun, sit all of us once in a while in the canteen, enjoy. That we are doing it consciously, deliberately, right? But every day when you sit 3 hours for learning, it has to be learned. This is why my approach is. I hope people must have noticed I go in that direction. Like I know today you guys, I come every class prepared. You will not know, even I come prepared for the Portman Hotel case study also. I'll see if you are able to do. I come with a lot of thought. This guys, if make presentation, it will make easy to judge and give, appreciate. Otherwise, I will not be able to appreciate and judge, right? If I gone through 1 or 2 of you, I will be able to appreciate and judge. In case you are not prepared, which I know mostly will not come through. So I also come prepared. I didn't want to waste your time and my time. So this approach, if you adopt in life, in your career, you enjoy. I'm not saying don't enjoy. Enjoy, do. You must enjoy rather. But everything is dosage. I'm going to enjoy. Weekend only to enjoy. 1 month, 15 days in a month only to enjoy. 5 days, 8 hours, 10 hours productivity should be there. If you go with that concept, nobody can beat you in life. And you guys make anything, everything possible if you simply implement this. Correct? Because many people are not doing that. If everybody do it that way, then it will be difficult. Since many people are not doing it, if some people adopt this way, the success is easier related. Okay, guys, now other thing is then let's see the next class also, if you could make some of the assignments, because it's very difficult for me to go through it and mark it. Now you got a feel of it. And even without other people also presenting, probably if I go through it, I'll be able to relatively judge it. I've seen 3, right? 3 groups. How many total groups? 7 groups, huh? So 3, 4, even if I go through in the next B section. Yeah, give me that paper, yeah. In WhatsApp, you send it now, okay. Because these groups I leave, the other groups I'll see. If I get out of 11 groups, 6, 7 groups also, other groups I will be able to see and extrapolate and give it. But overall, don't worry, all of you will get good marks. Basically, it's not here the marks, the learning. What I attempted is not fully achieved in the first assignment, but let's see the second assignment. Done? Okay, guys, see you. I also have a class.
Thank you, sir.